Hello everybody and welcome back to Mikey Game Studios, and today I'll be teaching you how to do local multiplayer. So if you don't know what local multiplayer is, basically you have two people, one keyboard or one controller, and you play. So I'm not going to be teaching online multiplayer because that's difficult in itself and I don't know how to do that yet. However, I have figured out somewhat of a way to do basically two-player local multiplayer. So let's get started. So first thing we're gonna need is we're gonna need two-player objects. So we'll grab our active, and I'm gonna name this player, and I'm going to clone the object. And now you can see we have player one, player two, and I'm going to differentiate them by making this one blue, and we'll make this one purple. So now we have our two-player characters. Um, I'm gonna grab a backdrop. Actually, I'm not going to grab a backdrop. So to make multiple player characters, first we're gonna have to set it like this to what we want our playstyle to be. So to make this easier, I'm gonna make this a. You want to know what? Let's do a platform to make it easier on me. Now you may notice something down here, the player indicator. So they're both player one, and we can't have that because if they were both player one, then they would both be moving by the controls. So we're going to turn player 2 into player 2 so it has separate controls. Now we're going to go up here to application 3, and we're going to change the controls for player 2. It's in here, scroll down. And you might be wondering, oh, it's not here, it's in here. You might be wondering why. Well, Clickteam's built-in controls are kind of crappy for player 2 and beyond. So player 1, I'm going to change the button 1. So if you didn't know, button 1 is shift for some reason. Button 2 is control. And button 3 is space. But button 1 and 2 are mainly used for jumping. So I'm changing button 1 to S because who uses shift or control to jump? But for player 2, we're going to want to go ahead and change up, down, left, and right, and the other buttons that you're going to want to use. I'm going to personally change to IKJ now for the sake of this tutorial. And for the jump button, we'll use space. Press OK. Now we're going to make sure everybody, because if you don't know with Clickteam, if you don't have something for a platformer to collide with, then they'll fall through the thing. But it's as simple as this: collision. We're going to actually do position. In this case, test this, since I don't have a backdrop, and do it like that. This way we won't have to get an active to set it up. And we could just use the window, and we're going to do move and stop, move and stop. That way we don't have to get a backdrop. The only other thing I'm going to edit before we test this out is test this. Go strength is 110. Because the default jumping strength is kind of whack. So now you can see we can move two separate players. And look, they can't exit the frame. Now you might be wondering, what about scrolling? Well, I'll teach you about scrolling. And this might actually be where backdrops might come in. So we're going to take a backdrop first. let's see. Make it green. Bring it here. Turn this into... now we got that, we're gonna basically go into the settings of the frame and change the size so that we can scroll. 1280 by 960. Don't even touch the virtual size because that basically does nothing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to finish off the collisions. Collision backdrop for both. And we're going to keep it stop and stop. And one last thing we got to do for that backdrop is we got to make sure, one, that it's on the same layer. And since we only have one layer, that's good. Make sure the obstacle type is either a platform or an obstacle, but mainly obstacle. And if you're wanting to do it with an object, then it would be a little bit more of a step because objects are different, the backdrops, but we have all this correct. But now we're going to want to get ready for our camera controls and scrolling. So new event, or new group of events, because I like to be organized, and it's going to be called scrolling. And basically, we're going to be doing it a different way than what I usually do. We're going to basically be doing, let's see, position, X position, that X position value is going to be greater or equal, going to be greater than X position. Then we're also going to be doing the same thing here with like that. Then we're going to do scrollings, horizontal, X position. I'm going to drag that down here too, and add it to player 2. See? So now we can scroll. And if we do the L, we can scroll now. Accidentally fell. And that's the other thing. We also got to make sure that our Y position is greater. So position, if Y position is greater or equal to, actually we'll just do is greater than position Y coordinate. Y player 2. And we'll copy and paste this because this will be easy, and we'll do position scrolling, vertical, position Y coordinate. And then we'll do this like that and change this to player 2. But this means it should center on us. So like we fall down here, centers on us. So it seems like greater is below. So if you wanted for it to stay on... Okay. Next part of it is multiplayer selection. And check the time. Got 11 minutes. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is if you want to select multiplayer or single player. What is it? Oh, no, we got to go up here. New frame. And I'm going to bring up, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually drag this and make this frame to up here. And I'm going to drag 2 out. I'm going to make this very simple. Single and clone object. Multi. Or you could just do 2p or whatever you're doing. So I'm going to change the color to blue. And I'm going to change this to purple. And if you're wondering what will it do, well, we got to make a thing. Multi. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do like this simple, call it simple click is what I'm going to call it. Keyboard upon pressing a key, or sorry, mouse. Sorry, mouse upon user clicks on an object. Single click and change it to this. Set global value to 0 and set this one to 1. And then we're also going to jump the frame. Now if we run the frame, oh sorry, run the application. See? It jumps. And you can see, set to 0. And if I relaunch it, oh, I accidentally hit frame, didn't I? But you can see, it sets to 1. So this is what we're going to need to do. For this to work, if you've done sort of like a like a character select system of any sort, this should be somewhat familiar. Just somewhat. As this should be, okay, let's just get on to it. It's going to be group events, create character. If multi equals 1 or if it equals 0. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. If multi equals 0, we're going to destroy, and we're going to create object. Player, we're going to somewhat drag it near. Oh yeah, and we're going to do it like this. We're going to insert, compare, limit conditions. Run event once so it's not always creating him. And multi, we're also going to do that. However, we're going to also create object player 2 like this. Now you should run. Oh, yeah, let's do like this first. Oh, I accidentally created 2-player 1 characters. Excuse me. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay, so look. We hit single player. Look, we get 1-player 1 character. Now, and look, global value is set to 0. But now, let's restart application and hit multi. We get... Did I see, like, hold on. We get 2 players, I believe. Unless if, well, there's 4 objects. Oh, so there's 3. Oh, okay, so what we basically got to do is we got to destroy any excess. So, there can only be 1-player 1 and 1-player 2. Pick a count. Compare the numbers of player objects. If is greater than 1. You could either do if is greater or 1 or greater or equal to 2. Then we're going to have to set to destroy. And we'll do this with the purple as well. I believe. What? Oh. Weird. Hold on. Okay, so that's weird. So hold on. So the run event once should have like. Oh, hold on. Let's just start a frame. No, I didn't mean to replace it. I meant to insert start a frame. I think that would help. Never mind. It created. It says 2 objects, but there's multiple. There's maybe, hold on, let's get rid of the one. Nope, it says 2. Run event once, create object, a layer. Let's see, replace, insert. No, I didn't mean to press repeat. I meant to press restrict actions. So I want to see what happens if I press restrict action. Because I'm wondering why that's happening. I mean, hold on. If I just, what if I push that to the top, the run event once? Nope, did not do anything. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of, because if you can see while it's falling. Because I remember doing it for like my games. So I know if I get rid of, and then so the starter frame didn't do anything. And I know if I get rid of it'll just create them like crazy. Yeah, see? I don't know how it's like, oh, I'm stupid. Guys, I'm actually stupid because you want to know why? See, I'm an actual I'm stupid. Sorry guys. I forgot that that wasn't even a thing. So, two player. Now it should only come up as two objects. That's right. So, there you go. That's how you do it. So, if there's any other tutorial, guys, then comment it down below. And if you need any tutorial, I would be happy to take suggestions, I guess. Since this was a hard tutorial to kind of like come up with, and this will probably be a little bit condensed video. I'll probably edit out a couple of the parts because this video is kind of getting long. So yeah, if you have any tutorials you want to suggest to me, then send them my way through the comments if this helped you. Then comment if it did. Let me know what type of game that you're trying to make with it, because this should also work with like top-down RPG games. And if you like all my other two tutorials, then why not like and subscribe the video so I can get boosted in the algorithm. And anyways, I have somewhat of an announcement to make. So you might be wondering, um, where have I been? Well, you probably know where I've been. I've been developing my game, Mikey the Hero Mania, as you can see in like the top left corner. And it's been going fine, I guess. I mean, I haven't posted on my second channel in like, what was it, 3 months? And yes, I am working on the FNAF 4 video. It's just, I finally built a gaming PC, which is what I'm currently recording on. Because what I was recording on my other tutorials were laptops, but I finally built a PC, so I'm probably going to replay what I played at Five Nights at Freddy's 4 and then upload it sometime soon. But anyways, yeah, that's the tutorial. Like and subscribe, and see you next time. Peace.